let's make this session very interactive. And last time, as we discussed, some of the people already shared their names, so who are completely volunteers. Today, they will take out the process of interaction. So, guys, who is ready for giving the interaction? So, ఎవరు ఈరోజు ఇంటరాక్షన్ చేస్తారు? మన
Sir,
లాస్ట్
my name is Narayana.
Yes, please go ahead. So what we have discussed yesterday, and tell me. Yes, go ahead.
Actually, yesterday we go through these topics, SAP consultant roles and responsibilities.
Oh, no. We should not call SAP, okay?
Okay,
SAP and
sorry, SAP.
SAP and పిలవాలి, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
SAP
Yes, go ahead,
consultants
please.
roles and responsibilities. In the phase 1, we will go for planning. Means this is totally a strategic planning. Totally high level management will take care about this. In this process, they are involving about the project cost and what are the resources needed and what are the resources have to be on site and who are the resources to deployed in the on site. So, and what are the service level agreements have to be done in the client location, requirement gathering and primary duties. Implementation, first focus overall business process of the client, duration of the project. And next phase is the business blueprint. In the business blueprint, there is a procure to pay process will be taken care, and order to cash process is taken care. And in this manufacturing process, the company which manufacturing processes they are having, and what are the plants, and the plant is in active condition or inactive condition, the purchasing organizations and logistics, and what type of vendors they are having, and the customers and company codes and storage locations, what are the storage locations they are having. And when we go for business end user information, the information is gathered by a business from end users. Is already they are without SAP, they are already just having some SAP, they are already having some business processes there. So we have to convert that business process into SAP. So that document is called as is document will be provided by the client. Means what are the business process already carrying with them, that is as is document. So that is we have to convert into a SAP document. So that is called, after we are converting to SAP document, that is called as a future document or estimation document. After totally we are modified and we will convert the document, we will share with the end users. So if they are if they are okay for that, then it is called as a blueprint. And in the configuration, that is a baseline configuration, which is a totally per people will do, that is 80%. And final configuration is done with the coordinating with the other teams, FI, SD, PM, and WM integration, that is 20%. While we are going for testing, when we totally done it, total integrations and everything done, after that, depend on that, we will do for different types of testings. That is ALM testing, application lifecycle testing, UAT unit testing, and integration testing, regression testing, and performance testing, and security testing and testing scripts. Enhancement and developments. If the client required to develop any enhancements, so they will go for we will coordinate with the developer and we will develop that enhancements. And last phase is phase 5 is go live. In that, the total when our program is passes through SAP SAP, then product system, and the total configuration is moved to product system. In the production system, they will be go live. We will train our end users. After when we train your end users, they will end users do the testings according to their processes. What are the processes they have given to us? That processes they will do, that processes PO, invoice and goods receipt. In the SAP, there is a two screens will be there. One is IMG, which SAP, there is a consultant screen, IMG screen, which is we will do the configuration and consulting. Then other screen is called SAP end user screen. That is where the end users do their um, uh, processes. The consulting company, after everything is done, if they want some enhancements or they will get some problems or some errors in the master data interfaces related or ABAP related errors, these are comes under a support projects. There are four levels of support issues will come. If P1 is come to us, we have to respond, we have to deliver, we have to clear that error and deliver that ticket within 2 hours of time. And we have to respond within the 15 minutes. This is a high errors. And P2 is 6 hours, response time is 15 minutes, and this is also higher. P1 and P2 are high, and P3 or P4 is low level. So there will be 4 days for P3 and 5 days for P4. And for these errors, there will be, if the errors, if we didn't resolve in the time, if we didn't resolve in the time, they will go for escalation. If the escalation is more than 20% or according to our agreement, if it is 20-25%, it depends on our agreement. If they breaches, we have to pay penalty to the client. And MIS report, they will be gathered what is the errors in this month, what we clear, that who are taking the issues, how many support people need. Those reports will be given to monthly. That's all from my. Hello.
Very nice explanation. Some of the corrections that we need to do from your presentation. Actually, so at the time you started about the business blueprint, so that things are not explained in proper. So you will have to check yesterday's session once again. Okay. And remaining all things are fine from my side. Just follow the yesterday class once again, and you will get some idea. And who is next?
Hello, sir.
Hello. Yeah.
Sir, this is Prasanna, sir. Good evening.
Yes, madam. Please.
Today I am going to discuss about SAP roles and responsibilities.
1 minute, madam. So, please unshare your screen. Yes, madam. Yeah, please go ahead. Yes, madam. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sir. Today I am going to discuss about SAP roles and responsibilities. In SAP, two types of project we have. One is the implementation project and one more is a support project. In implementation project, we have 5 phases. One is the strategic level and operational level and configuration or implementation level and testing, and final one is the go live. In strategic level is the high level planning. The project manager will check the what is the project cost and how many resources is required and what is the duration of the project and how many resources that is need to be deployed in the client location. And SLAs, this all information comes under the planning. And also business process we need to understand, like how many plants is there for that particular company, and what is the P2P, what is the O2C, and what is how many storage locations are there, how many purchasing organizations, and how many vendors and master details. This and all we need to understand in the first business process. This strategic level, mainly planning and business process we need to understand. So next level is the operational level. See, in this level completely we will do the documentation level. The strategic level, whatever we understanding the business, after understanding the business requirements, we will make one document that is called as a blueprint. Next, client related business information. that is will provided by client only, that is as is document. After understanding the business process, we have to prepare, like consultant has to prepare one document that is called as a to be document. So as is document will provided by the client and consultant only responsible to prepare as a to be document. And next level is the configuration level. In configuration level, actually we have two types of configuration we will do. In baseline configuration 1 and final configuration 1. And baseline configuration will do consultant only. In 80% will do consultant. And final configuration will do, we are going to do in only integrations, like 20% we will do integrations. And next is the testing level. In this level, whatever configuration we are done now, that all configuration will do the testing. We have different types of testings, like unit test to unit acceptance test and integration test, regression and performance testing we have. Next is a go live. The final configuration, after final configurations only, we are going to send that configuration to the production system. Means that backend configurations all will be completed. That after completion only, we are sending that config move to the production system, that is called as a go live. So in that go live only, end user only post the transactions. And the next one is the support project. Actually in support project, we will work only based upon SLAs, like tickets we are working. Actually here ticket duration and response and resolution time is very important. Generally in support project, error identification is very important. So types of tickets like technical errors or configuration or master data interface and end user input. And if end user giving any input related, that is also we will face like errors tickets only. Actually it depends on company. We have different types of tickets like P1, P2, P3, P4, depends on company SLAs. And P1 and P2 tickets are received. If once P1 and P2 tickets received, within 15 minutes only we need to respond. And P3 and P4, P3 tickets means within 30 minutes, P4 also within 30 minutes we need to respond. And resolution time is P1 is resolution time P1 is 2 hours and P2 is 6 hours and P3 is 4 days and P4 is 5 days. So after that MIS reports we need to prepare like weekly, monthly and day-to-day reports. So actually MIS reports, why we need to prepare means actually how many tickets we are resolving, how many pending, how many SLS has crossed. For that we need to understand that tickets, how much time we are resolving for that. So that's all.
Okay, nice, nice explanation. See, almost one session is over, right? So this is the second class, I think. So I guess this is the second class because so yesterday one is the main class, and before that we have taken the demo only. Okay, who is giving next? Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Hi, sir. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening. Good evening.
Hi, guys. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening. Yes. Please go ahead.
Yeah. I am Srinivas.
Okay. Yes, someone has muted you, so please check your audio setting. See, guys, don't mute. So he is explaining something. Do not mute. Reddy Charla. Yes. Please come out from mute and you can say. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah. Now it's audible. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Hi. Good evening, sir. Good evening, guys. Yeah. I am Srini from here. As a SAP consultant, roles and responsibilities. Today, I would like to introduce about a few things like implementation project and support projects here as my experience. Now, implementation project having 5 pages. One is strategic level, business process, blueprint, configuration, testing, go live. Here, I would like to say first of all, strategic level. Strategic level we can call as high level also here. Here mainly strategic level, both mutually client between our project leaders having a mate. Here project cost, research research what kind of business aspects here as a both mutually agreed SLA, service level agreement. Here client location here, primary duty here, requirement, all requirement all business requirement we need to gather entire this mate. Accordingly we can get easily implementation parts here. So overall business process of the client here and duration of the project also we need to get from here only. So accordingly we can uh, check with them business process. What is the client business process? Here client information we need to check clearly, we need to improve, we need to configure all implementations like P2P process. What is the P2P process with check with like end users or client? Procure to pay process, procure to pay. Here, what kind of vendors, what kind of invoices, what kind of service going with them, all those things we need to get with them in P2P process. And OTC process. What is the OTC they are having? And what next manufacturing process, what they are having the manufacturing, all those things here in business process we need to get with them client. And based on we need to implement and configure our here mainly SAP to non here the data non all data non SAP to SAP we need to migrate here, like plans, what kind of plans they having, and what kind of plans and active plans, inactive plans, and purchase group, storage and location, logistics, vendors, what kind of vendors they are having, and what kind of service they are giving, like customers, company codes. Those things we are clearly get from the client here only business process. These are supported to our implementation. Next, mainly we need to check with business end users. So why? Because they are in the in front of role in their client operational and employees roles. We need to get more information from gathering from business end users. Next, two type of screens. One screen is SAP end user. SAP end user SAP end user using the easy access screen. Easy access screen SAP end user using. Here the SAP end user using the easy access screen, like internal their postings like PO creations, invoice processing, Maros, Migos, whatever their internal reports and testing purpose. SAP end user using the easy screens, easy access screen. Next, SAP consultant screen, IMG screen. IMG means implementation guide screen. These only completely using consultant role, like whatever configure and integrations. Next, operational level. Operational level mainly what both between client and our projectors, what both mutually understand after understanding the business requirement, we will have a make a one document. That document is called as a business blueprint. Here we clearly understand from their them. Next, here once understand the business, we need to prepare the R like SAP document, to be document. To be document is stuff we called SAP document and future document or estimated document. Like how we prepare this based on the as is document client based on the as is document with client. So will provide by client. Client will provide by present business information all of the client in blueprint of the as is document. Next configuration level. SAP two types of configurations. One is the base level configuration. One is the final configuration. here baseline configuration totally we need to get entire business aspects with a client. We need to configure almost 80% only baseline configurations. Whatever the dependency final integration parts, only we type with submodels like MM2 FI or MM2 SD or MM2 PP production or warehouse. We need to last final integrations 20% only close with final configurations. And next testings ALM application life cycle management here. Test script. So here I need to prepare something, but I get some confused here. I need to more improve here testing port. Sorry, and I'll go for here go live. Finally, go live. Go live is the after all testings production system used to end users. Based on end users testing PO process, PO creations, or invoice process, or goods receipt, and migros for the final. These are phase 1 is planning, phase 2 is blueprint, phase 3 is configuration, phase 4 is testing, phase 5 is go live. These are in the implementation project. Finally, end user using the transaction postings, and here only. That's implementation is over. And next, I am coming here supporting project. Supporting project mainly tickets, whatever whenever we hire with some company supporting roles. So we get types of tickets like configuration parts or errors, end users, interface related, master data, more related tickets we get from the company. So their tickets will rise P1, P2, P3, P4 tickets. Tickets as per we agree as per we agreed as a service line agreement, we need to solve with them timely. P1 ticket 2 hours, 2 hours. P1 tickets once rise. This is the 2 hours only. Response times from our side 15 minutes. This is high level priority. If we can get any delay from our side, the ticket will be as per mentioned SLA. Ticket will be breached. So P2 also 6 hours time. So 15 minutes we need to response time. This also high priority. Same norms as per SLA, same norms we need to face all those things here. And finally, document maintenance. Document maintenance also our responsibility. Here we configuration testings, user trainings, all those things we need to bear with as per SLA. And finally, MS reports. Where we can where we get the request from client, we need to provide all those things timely. Weekly reports or monthly reports or quarterly reports or whatever their requirement we need to fulfill. These are as per client implementation and support project scope of works as I done. Thank you, sir.
Very nice explanation. Almost you covered all of the points. I'm very much satisfied about your explanation. And who is next?
Hi, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Name?
Hi, Jashwant, sir.
Yes, Jashwant.
Sir, good evening, sir. Myself, Jashwant.
Okay.
Just a minute, sir. I will share the screen. Regarding this, like, I just want to explain from the starting what is SAP and from where it starts.
Okay.
Just a minute, sir. Okay, SAP stands for System Application and Products in Database. Okay, and SAP is a tool, is an ERP tool, and SAP is the name of the company.
There is something disturbance coming from your side. Check your network or else anything. So just go ahead, please.
Oh, okay. And in SAP, there are different types of versions. SAP R1, R2, R3, and S4 HANA. SAP R3 stands for Enterprise Edition, and now we are using sixth one. It is like a center component. And when coming to ERP is like Enterprise Resource Planning. It is based on one organization have to be performed in an organized way. This is called ERP, like day-to-day activities, recording, and all. There are n number of ERPs are available in the market, and in that SAP is one of the leading one. Benefits of using SAP. The basic one is like in this SAP tool there is an integration process. Because of that one, SAP is on the top. Okay, there are seven or n number of modules. There are two types of modules. One is technical and one is functional. When coming to the technical, they are for me known is like ABAP, basis and security, and there are plenty of there when I Google it. And when coming to functional, there are PP, SD, sales, and quality, FICO. These are the functional modules. And when coming to SAP MM, SAP MM stands for material management, and here we solve the issues raised from the like we create material management is like just a minute, sir. Sorry. We here like roles and responsibilities of SAP MM consultant. First of all, if we go with SAP MM consultant, we are having two roles. One is testing, one is implementation, and one is testing. In this implementation role, in this implementation, strategic level is a higher level configuration. In this client, we have to convert non-SAP data into SAP. We previously, if they are using some any of things, these data is converted into SAP, and this was done by ABAPers and all MM consultants. And 20%, 80% of the data was converted by configuration level and basic configuration. Sir, like I can explain tomorrow, sir. Like actually something is going on.
See, no problem. They just go ahead. No one will ask anything over here. Okay. This is for your practice point of view. Whatever the things you know, just go ahead. There is no need to be shy or any hesitation is required over here. Just go ahead, please. Whatever the things you know, just please go ahead. There is no problem at all. You can see, you can read out at least. So okay. You will come to know each point.
MM roles and responsibilities like configuration of non-SAP organization data into used data. Like we are converting non-SAP organization into SAP organization. In this, there are two types. One is like implementation and support projects. Implementation is like end-to-end from starting to ending of the component, and support project is like to resolve the issues. Okay, we have to identify the errors. What are the errors generating by the end users or anything? Technical errors, maybe there in interface errors, end user errors, everything are there. And here these errors are called as tickets. These tickets are classified into four types. Like one is P1, P2, P3, and P4. And regarding of these types, the resolution time is there. Like resolution time is like time to solve the error. Like it may be 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. And response time is like time to solve these resolution, like what are the errors, to whom you have to consider these reports and all. And that's it. And coming to that strategic level, there are 5 types of roles of that. Like one is like strategic level, operation level, configuration level, testing, and go live, and documentation maintenance and MIS reports. In this strategic level belongs to high level planning and all. High level category, like here we one person have to go to the client location and what are the basic things the client want. We gathering of all the business data, like what is the process of P2P, O2C, and business information, how many plants are there, and here we will gather all these type of information. And business process is like understanding of business, what business he is doing and all. And there are two types of screens. One is end user screen, and another one is like consultant screen, IMG screen. IMG screen is belongs to SAP consultant. Here we have to modify what are the requirements come for the end user. And end user is like end user easy access screen is like to create a purchase order for end user, to enter data invoice, data like invoice and GRR, and these all comes in easy access screen. Operational levels, operational level like blueprint. Blueprint is nothing but the documentation which is provided for us. Like for suppose if we give an documentation for studying of end user, to understand how to create a PO, and these all it is called as a blueprint. It is called as 2B document. If we give to the end user to study the document, it is called 2B document, and to understand the document and all, it is called as is document. This is for our understandings only. And configuration level, configuration level is in configuration there are two types: basic line configuration and final configuration. In basic line configuration, there are at least 80% of the data was done by us, like creating POs, underlining, addressing, assigning address to the companies, company codes and all. And final configuration is like integration of these data to, for suppose if you create a PO, it have to be accounted. These accountant can be done by integrating with finance, and these all. And after completing of this task, we go for testing. We go with testing on using UIT and integration testing and regression testing and all. And after completion of testing, we go with go live. And after that, they will ask for an MIS report, how our performance and all. And even these MIS reports can be generated by end user, like what is the monthly POs generating invoice and all. And that is from my answer. Thank you.
A nice explanation. Almost you explained every point correctly. So మీరు స్టాప్ చేస్తారు కొన్ని మధ్యలోనే, బట్ అట్లీస్ట్ మీరు ఇప్పుడు ఓకే కదా, ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఇచ్చారు కదా బాగానే. స్టాప్ చేస్తుంటే అక్కడితోనే అయిపోయి ఉండేది. ఓకే ఓకే, ఇంకా ఫైనల్గా ఇంకొకళ్ళు ఉన్నారనుకుంటా. 5 మెంబర్స్ అనుకున్నాం కదా ఈరోజు. ఆ ఒక్కళ్ళు కూడా ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఇస్తే. ఎస్,
Good evening, sir. This is Anil Kumar.
Yes.
Is my voice audible for you, sir?
Yes, your voice is audible. Name, please.
My name is Tota Anil Kumar, sir.
Okay, Anil. Yes, please go ahead.
Yes. Yesterday I joined the first class, sir.
Okay.
Today I want to discuss about the roles and responsibilities of SAP consultant. Before SAP consulting, one high-level management meeting will be conducting in between client and consulting company. In this meeting, few points will be discussing in this. One thing is project cost, resource, and the service life agreement. These are the points we discussed in the high-level management meeting. After that, consulting company then SAP consultant to the client location. As a SAP consultant will go to the client location, and the consultant will ask the end user regarding the business process, the company, and what is the information, what is the business process going there in the company. The SAP consultant will gather the information, and also SAP consultant will ask to end user the overall business process of the client. After that, SAP consultant will ask procure to pay. What is the procure to pay process in your company, and what is the order to cash process in your company, and what is the manufacturing process like, and also how many plants are there in your company, and how many plants are in active mode, and how many plants are in inactive mode. What are your purchasing organization? How many purchasing organizations are there in the company, and what are the logistics, and how many members are for the vendor section, and who are the customers for the company, and what are the company codes like, and what are the storage locations are there in our company. These are the information getting by the SAP consultant from the end user. And
one thing is
two types of
say SAP consultant, okay? SAP consultant, okay,
Hello.
not SAP.
Yes, SAP.
Yeah, you
SAP,
can't pronounce it
SAP.
as SAP consultant. You can directly call it SAP, not SAP, okay?
Okay, SAP. There are two types of
Yeah.
phase are there. One is SAP end user, and another one is SAP end user easy access screen, and another one is SAP consultant screen. That means implementation IMG screen, implementation guide. Implementation guide screen. And the one more level is this operation level. In this operation level, SAP consultant will get information from the business information from the end user, and then collect information, collect a document from the end user. The document name is as is document, and that by this document, SAP consultant will prepare that to document. After that, SAP MM consultant will plan for the blueprint development. After that, next process is the configuration level process. In this configuration level process, one is baseline configuration, and second one is final configuration. In baseline configuration, 80% of day-to-day activities, day-to-day end user activities should be discussed by the SAP MM consultant, and configure the system up to 80% level. After that, final configuration is there. Final configuration is 20% level. In this 20%, all the modules, all the functional modules like FI and SD, and production planning and warehouse management, and this module should be integrated with material management module. Next, one more level is testing level. This testing level, ALM application tool is used here. ALM means application lifecycle management tool. By using of this tool, we have to prepare a test script, and we have to execute that test script through this ALM tool, sir. In this, after test script is executed, then we have to execute user acceptance test with the end user, and also integration test will be conducting, and regression testing, and performance testing, and security testing. After completion of all the testing levels, and also finally any developments required from the end user, we will discuss with the end user in enhancements and developments. That enhancement developments should be discussed with ABAP for developing the program. After completion of the testing level, we go for go live section. This go live section means production system. Here, end user will create a purchase order, invoice, and the goods receipt like. Here, five phases will be there. Phase 1, planning section, and phase 3 is the blueprint section, and phase 3 is the configuration section, and phase 4 is the testing section. Phase 5 is the go live section. Go live section means end user will posting the transactions here. After completion of this means finally mostly 100% of the product will be completed in the go live section. Lastly, as a SAP consultant will go back to the parent company. Otherwise, if the end user client is fully satisfied with the job of the SAP MM consultant, he will give one more few projects to the particular SAP MM consultant. If he is not interested, if he is not interested with the job of SAP MM consultant, he will into the parent company. If once we reach out to the parent company will give supporting put into some supporting projects. In supporting projects means end users will generate end users will generate a ticket like configuration errors and end user errors, interface related errors, and master data related errors, and coding level errors. Here the tickets should be in a way like priority wise. P1 and P2 and P3, P4 tickets will be there. P1 is the priority 1, P2 is the priority 2, priority 3, priority 4. Priority 1 and priority 2 are the high level tickets, and P3 and P4 are the low level tickets. P1 ticket, once we get the ticket from the end user, P1 ticket means it will shut out the problem in a 2 hours. Response time should be 15 minutes. Once we get the ticket means we have to respond within the 15 minutes of time, and should be resolved in 2 hours of time for a P1 ticket. And P2 ticket is response time is 15 minutes and the resolution time is 6 hours. And P3 ticket is response time is 30 minutes and resolution time is 4 days. And P4 ticket is response time is 30 minutes and resolution time is 5 days. If you are not responding in time, and if you are not properly resolving the ticket means it will goes to the if you are not responding the ticket means it will goes to breach. The company will give give the penalty on the particular consulting company. Up to 20% it's okay. Otherwise, if 20% excess process cross the means, company will give penalty like. And the last section is after tickets, after the work of tickets, suppose if we get daily 2 tickets, 3 tickets. Suppose we are working 3 to 4 members on the particular project. The company will plan to decrease the manpower from 3 to 1 person. Like why? Because means for 10 tickets, 3 persons. Why you are spending manpower for 10 tickets for every month? So 2 members to be removed from the project, and that person should be transferred to some other project like that. And finally, is document maintenance work also be there for SAP SAP MM consultant. This documentation maintenance means how we are configuration the SAP MM and how we are testing will be done. That should be training should be given to the end user. And lastly, MAS reports will be MAS reports should be submitted to our parent company like weekly, monthly, and quarterly reports. That's it, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys, very nice explanations. Thank you so much. So, ఈరోజు సరిపోతుంది. ఓకే, అండ్ టుమారో ఎవరు ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ ఇస్తారో అన్నది చార్ట్లో ఒకసారి పెడతారా? సో మిగిలిన వాళ్ళు చార్ట్లో ఒక 4 మెంబర్స్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఉంది. సూర్య, ఉషా, నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకొక ఇద్దరు ఏదో రకంగా ట్రై చేయండి. ఎవరు ఏమనరు. ఓకే, జస్ట్ ఏంటంటే మన ప్రాక్టీస్ కోసం ఆ టెర్మినాలజీ ఇమీడియట్ గా గుర్తుండాలంటే కష్టం కదా. సేమ్ టాపిక్ మేడం.
ఓకే సార్. ఓకే.
సో అందరూ చెప్పాల్సింది అందరూ చెప్తే కనీసం మనకి ఆ టెర్మినాలజీ అనేది మైండ్లో ఫీడ్ అయిపోవాలి. ఓకే, మీరందరూ కూడా సమ్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ పెట్టుకొని వెళ్తారు రేపు జాబ్లో ఇబ్బంది పడకుండా ముందుగానే టెర్మినాలజీ ఇక్కడ మీకు అయితే రేపొద్దున ఇంటర్వ్యూలో కూడా ఈజీగా క్రాక్ చేయడానికి ఉంటుంది మనకి. చాలండి. సూర్య, ఉషా, అభినయ్ అండ్ శివ, జయరామ్ నెక్స్ట్, ఇంకా మిగతా వాళ్ళు నెక్స్ట్ డే. ఓకే, సో ఈరోజు